The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, The Money Masters. Now, The Money Masters.
Good day, Money Masters and Treasure Hunters. Welcome to the December 18th, wonderful Wednesday edition of the Money Masters Show. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and I am grateful for your presence here today. My outcome, as always, is to help you to become a better money master and to provide you with the tools that empower human potential. Because living up to our potential, folks, that's something you and we must master each and every day. So let's begin our day with an empowering belief. I know rarely do I repeat what I did in the first hour and the second hour, but this one is a winner. So we're going to do it, and it's our empowering belief today is what you see is what you get. Now, as I said earlier, some of you may have envisioned, some of you, if you're in the older segment of the marketplace, you may have envisioned Geraldine, you know, the Flip Wilson character from the Flip Wilson show. What you see is what you get. And then those...
What you see is what you get. Is what you get.
That's our man Alberto. He's queued up. Now, that was not Flip Wilson's voice out there, but for the younger generation, they may think that when we're talking about what you see is what you get, they might just think of WYSIWYG. You know, I came from that environment as well, the computer interface acronym of what you see is what you get. But what I'm referring to is what I consider to be one of the laws of life. And so the question is, and this is really great because you're going to be able to share this story that I share with you. You should be able to share it when you're with friends and families during the holiday season. You're going to be at parties out here. So I'm going to give you a pearl because what you see is what you get. What I'm referring to is the law of life with who is doing the seeing. Because what you see is what you get. You know, and it is I can say each morning, I love, there's nothing like waking up and opening your eyes, right? So this morning, an incredible morning. Nice, crisp, clear, and everything. I hope that's how you saw it as well. But I can guarantee you that there are two types of people that woke up this morning. And those two types of people, through their eyes, one person said, "Good morning, God." And the other said, "Good God, morning." Same exact words, but way different meaning. So yes, what you see is what you get. And we should always remember the one thing, the only thing that we can control in life is the meaning that we give to something. And so I always ask this question, because sometimes we just simply blow this question off, yet it's so important. And that question is your glass half empty or half full? Some people think it has no really relevance. Well, what you see is what you get, folks. Just like asking yourself if you believe that the universe provides opportunities to you all the time. And then there's that situation where people are very wary of what offers the universe provides to them. And then the question becomes, how do you find those offers from the universe and which ones are sincere or not? And it really is something to think about. So the easiest way to link the known to the unknown, the easiest way to always link the known to the unknown is to be able to tell a story. And so here's the story that I told. And it's a story about an Eastern legend. And it's of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land. The king presented her with a bag of pearls and promised her that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl that she could find in the bag. However, he set down 3 conditions. Condition number 1, she must choose only one pearl. Condition number 2, she must remove one pearl at a time from the bag and either accept it or reject it. And number 3, she could not pick that pearl up again for another look once it was rejected. Quite an offer the universe provided to this young maiden. Has the universe made an offer to you like that? Well, she began picking up the pearls one at a time out of the bag. In the process, she saw and held many large, beautiful, gorgeous, perfect pearls. But she was looking for the one gem that would be just a little larger, maybe a little bit more perfect. Hey, how does this apply to you in your trading and taking profits? She passed up on many special treasures, folks. and she delved more deeply into the bag. And she delved more deeply into the bag, and the pearls became smaller and of poorer quality. And occasionally she found pebbles instead of pearls. And the deeper she went, the pebbles became more common. And sadly, she went away empty-handed. Have you ever let a winner get away from you? Interesting story, isn't it? Now here's what we want to do. And this is kind of, they incorporate into this story here. Tom and I, when we traveled out, it was a year and a half, 2 years ago. I can't remember when it was last when we went out and did a West Coast tour. Right at that time, there was a movie that was playing that was called Time. Justin Timberlake was in it. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a great movie. So I've taken this story and said, you know what? Let's replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds in our life, nor can we leap forward. You and I, we live in an eternal moment of now. You should be living in that eternal moment of now. And with that being said, now is the most important moment of our lives. It's not a philosophy. It's a fact. And those looking for the perfect pearl, the perfect offer from the universe, are likely to miss out on what was truly the perfect pearl, folks. So, yes, what we see is absolutely what we get. We live in the eternal moment of now, and therefore I like to ask you this question: when now is a good time for you to sign up for my offer to my free subscription of Mastering Probability? But more important than that is the most amazing pearls that I could find when it comes to trading and investing. The Rhodes Momentum Indicator System, Market Analyzer, Trading Strategy. Folks, I cannot reach into my bag of technical tools out here and pull out anything better than this. So regardless of your experience, your lack thereof, anything, it's a set of tools that you want to be able to have in your toolbox. I'm going to teach you about the strategy. I'm going to teach you about the system. It doesn't matter if you could look at a stock chart and you totally blank on it. This is where you would want to start. In fact, I will be spending the holiday time here with my kids. This is what I will be teaching them, because I've tried teaching them about the butterfly patterns, the Fibonacci relationships, and all the math and everything else that's out there. This is the system I've been able to teach to folks that are absolute novices, and they look at it and they say, oh my God, is it really that easy? Guess what, folks? It is that easy. It has stood the test of time. So the only question for you really this morning here that I can come up with is, when now is the time for you to go up and sign up for this offer? Everyone can gain access to it. If you can't be there tomorrow evening, Thursday evening at 6:30 in the evening, no problem. You've got access to the workshop for 30 days, folks. So I don't think the universe comes around, at least my universe I know does not come around that often to offer you a pearl like this. So please take advantage of it. You will enjoy it for sure. Let's go check out these markets here. Right now, the Dow is up 62 points. It's trading out at 15,938. The S&P, it's up 3 points. It's trading at 1784. Composite is the weak link right now. In the chain, it's off $1.50. Russell 2000 up $2.70. Apple is down $7. We'll go check in on Apple, see what's falling off of the tree, who's taking a bite out of Apple. Microsoft is back about 1% this morning as well. It's off 32 cents. Google up $4 right now. To the upside here, Velasys Communications, I believe that is a buyout that's going on, so we won't pay too much attention about that. They got a nice premium there, a nice 21% premium this morning. Google leading the charge there for dollar-wise. The upside, Vertex Pharmaceuticals up 3, Whirlpool up $2. In fact, before I went to break, or we're closing out the show, I was running part of my market analyzer for my momentum system, so I'm sure that tool is done. We'll pull that up on the screen here in a few minutes, and we'll take a look. We'll find the most bullish inside that entire sector. We'll find what is the weakest out there. Whirlpool up $2 this morning. Perigo, PRGO up $1.80. Arm Holdings up $1.96. CVS Caremark up $1.90. I guess they really didn't care that multivitamins. Of course, that's probably not a big part of their segment. It's not where they make their money out there. But I wonder if there's been any impact to GNC. No, I guess the news now is, hey, these multivitamins aren't necessarily what you need. I say go get a shot of wheatgrass or do a nice green juice or something like that. Anyways, to the downside, LinkedIn has jumped into the lead out here. It's off 13 $13 right now, down $5.70. Apple down now $7. Enanta Pharmaceuticals, ENTA, it's off 14%, down $5. JBill Circuits off 21%, down $4. You've got GoGo is going down. It's down 10%, off $3. Our call number is 877-927-6648. Now, one of the other things that we're looking for clues here Because the market's always giving us clues, and we're looking for clues as to what is the response going to be to traders of Uncle Ben's statements, of his press release, of his press conference that he holds at about 2:15 or so out there. And it's not that initial move. It's really what is the move probably around the, by 3 o'clock, 3:15, 3:30, we ought to know what the real move is. But we're looking for clues ahead of time because somebody knows something. Somebody knows something out there, and we're just looking to find out which of those traders. Now, the place that we're starting with right now, or I'm starting with on my screen, if you're watching us on Tiger TV, it is that currency pair that all of us tigers and tigresses know at TFNN, and that's the Euro-Japanese yen. That Euro-Japanese yen chart we're looking at, that's a 120-minute chart. Now, as the market was moving lower yesterday, as it was moving down, it was running right into the bottom of the rising price channel, the house of the rising sun out here. That level held. That actually completed an entire sub-correction of that larger price channel, 120-minute chart now that we're looking at. It's not a daily chart. It's not a monthly chart. It's not a weekly chart. In fact, if you missed out on the first hour, but I will tell you, I won't go cover it here right now. I'll tell you that the weekly chart shows that this currency pair has broken out above resistance. An old resistance should now become new support. And on the larger term time frame, on the weekly time frame, it says this currency pair wants to run higher. Now, what we're looking for here is a piece of information before 2 o'clock. And that piece of information would be a break of this little, the problem with creating this little downtrend channel is I only have really, in essence, 3 points that I'm using. I'm using the high here. I'm making it the most difficult one to prove itself to you and I. And that is the close at 11 o'clock in the evening on December the 12th out there. That close was at 142.70. I'm using, in essence, the open end in the following session at 1 a.m., and then I'm using the 3 a.m. Level here. Again, as opposed to trying to draw a trend line that would look maybe something like this, and I'm not saying that that's not the trend. In fact, we probably ought to. Why don't I just do this here? Let's extend this thing back. Why don't I just take a look and see if that is even a possible setup here? So let's just do this live. And in essence, when I am creating, let me just start over. That way I can show you what I actually do. So that'll make it easier. So when I'm drawing my channel lines out here, and many of you may have a channel tool with inside your system, because we're using an open and a close, and we're identifying the largest number of co-located opens and closes, what I'm doing is I'm using a line tool at first to try to identify that. Now, it was easy for me to identify the bottom anchor, because the bottom anchor, if we take a look at co-located opens and closes, you've got this one here at 3 a.m. on December the 10th out here. You've got the one on 9 o'clock on December the 12th. You've got 2 or 3 in a row right here at 2300 hours at 1 a.m. at 3 a.m. on December the 16th. You've got yesterday's. You've got this morning. So that is a pretty good anchor of the bottom. So that's why I started with that level. And then I knew my bottom, so then it was a matter of coming across the highs out here. So what I do is I just simply use a line tool. And the line tool, we go into the break here. Now when I'm drawing this, what I'll do is I'll draw my line tool, and then on the Ensign software, it's got a nice little feature where I can extend it backwards. And I extend it back so I know where to really begin my channel lines. Anyways, 877-927-6648. Go sign up during this break to the special offer and get mastering probability. We'll be right back, folks.
With over 3 decades of trading experience, Andy Hecht brings a tremendous amount of knowledge and expertise to each weekly issue of his newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report. The Technomental Commodity Report gives you Andy's unique technomental analysis of the commodities market, a combination of technicals and fundamental analysis which he has developed and perfected over his many years of trading. The Technomental Commodity Report is only $49 a month, and right now you can get a full month-long trial subscription while paying absolutely nothing. See for yourself the kind of weekly report Andy delivers to his subscribers every Thursday morning. You'll receive specific stock, ETF, and option trades based on Andy's analysis, so no futures account is required. For all the details and to start your month-long free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, visit TFNN.com today.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. Wouldn't it be great if you could get a red light, green light indicator that gives you signals on 25 different futures contracts? Now you can with Taz Signal Box. This red light, green light market profile system dynamically updates 24 hours a day and provides you with important trend and trade signals on 9 different commodities, 9 different indices, and 8 different currencies. Right now, you can receive a 2-week free trial to Taz Signal Box. For all the details and to find out how the Signal Box works, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back. As we come back here, Dow's up 54, S&P is up 2.5, Russell's up 2 points, and so let's go back to the 120-minute chart here for the Euro Japanese yen. So I think we have the bottom really nailed well with regard to the channel line, just simply the number of co-located opens and closes. So, and you can use a line tool. You can use 2 line tools in order to create your channels out here. So I'm just going to take that line tool that I've used here and then just start to move it up along the top of this little subcorrection that price has been within and try to find out, are there some other areas where I could place this channel line? And I suppose I could place it right here where it's at right now, which would basically be using the what is close to the close of the 2100 session. So what is that? 9 p.m. on December the 12th, and that would be using the close of the 7 a.m. session on December the 16th, the open of the 9 o'clock session as well. Looks like maybe the open of the session at 5 a.m. on December 17th. And if that's the case out here, it's saying that we've broken out of the Euro-Japanese yen. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make it prove itself by going to the larger channel line out here. That's this little red line that you can see. And if the Euro-Japanese yen bumps its head above that, that'll be really the first clue. That's on the 120-minute chart. On the weekly chart, it shows that it is broken out. And yesterday I showed you one of the correlation charts. Let's just go back and take a quick peek at the correlation chart for the Euro-Japanese yen out here, because this one always wins out And that's why you want to make sure that you are aware of different divergent patterns that are out here. And these are a number of them that I pay attention to. And inside of the Euro Japanese yen, that's the heck. How did that happen? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and paint that in right now. So here's the Euro Japanese yen. It looks like I deleted some things. So let's go ahead and use a channel line tool for this. So if we take a look at the Euro Japanese yen, what we're going to see here, the top of the chart is the ES Mini. Oh, I wonder if I've got it for the S&P 500, not the ES. Before I do that, the work already may be done. Let me just take a quick peek. I see the GE. No, I don't see it on the S&P 500 out here. So, okay. I must have somehow deleted that chart. So sorry about that. So if we take a look at the Euro Japanese yen, let's just look at it like this. Let's just use a quick line tool. What this is making out here, if we come to the swing point basically back in December, right around December the 5th, I'll start here. What we can see is the Euro-Japanese yen is making higher lows. We'll go ahead and color this in black along the bottom out here, and you can see that it is making higher lows. Whereas, if we take a look at the ES Mini here, we come back to that same swing point right around December 5th. What we're going to see here, this is making lower lows. That is a divergence out here. And this divergence, when it does get back on track, it resolves itself in the direction of the Euro-Japanese yen out here. So that's also, now, it doesn't tell you the timing. That's the only problem. It doesn't tell you the time. You've got to use other tools to really be able to understand the timing out here. So currency pair-wise, and I've spent quite a bit of time on that here during the last two shows out there, because really it's the one clue that we can go to. It's not the only thing that we need to hang our hat on, but it's the one clue that we can go take a look at. Now, as I was ending the last show, I was showing one of the tools that I have created, part of the tool bag that I'm going to be sharing with folks on tomorrow evening at 6:30 at the workshop, which you can attend by just simply going and signing up for Mastering Probability. It's real easy to do. There's no obligation, no cost on your part to do that, so that becomes easy. And what I've created is, and it's so important to understand the trend of anything you're trading. So what I am showing on my screen here right now, I'm showing you what I have as listed as an entire group of housing-related stocks. So this shows here companies like Bed Bath & Beyond, Beazer Homes, Beacon Roofing, D.R. Horton, Eagle Materials, iRobot, Masco, Pulte Homes, Pier 1. So an entire group inside the housing sector out here. And what it also is showing you is what are the trends on the monthly, on the weekly, and on the daily. And why is that important? Look, the trend is your friend out there. And so it's important for you to understand what's the trend, and also what is the time frame that you're looking at. What's your time frame horizon that you are trading on? Is it on if you're managing your IRA funds, you want to really be focused on the monthly and the weekly. And you would like to be in something that is in a strong uptrend. So I basically have four categories here right now. It's either in a strong uptrend, it's in a new uptrend that just began, it's in a retracement that has a special meaning, which I'll share with folks tomorrow, or it is in a downtrend. And those are really the four signals that we have. And I can sort this any which way that I want. But we were taking a look at Lennar. This is what kind of sparked it this morning. And as I take a look at Lennar here, I know that it's small on your screen. You can't really see it out here that well. If you are in the den, you can see it as clear as a bell. And so if you haven't tried the Tiger's Den, you really should out here. But Lennar, on the monthly basis here, it's in a nice uptrend that began on the monthly chart back in September 2013. On the weekly time frame, it's doing a little bit of a retracement that began in November, but today just began a new strong uptrend inside of Lennar out here. We'll go take a look at all these housing stocks, or this general area, when we get back from this break. Right now, the Dow's up 54 points. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can't use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 57. S&P is up 3. Composite just turned slightly positive here, slightly green. It's up 93 cents. Quick check-in on the New York Stock Exchange. Let's see what kind of market breadth we have behind this move. 704. Now, what I've got to do is I need to open up a spreadsheet here, and because I forgot to write down the number. But let me tell you what at the end of the day, net advancing issues inside the NYSE needs to be. I think it's 900 and something out here. Give me a moment. I should be able to open up this spreadsheet here real quickly and give you what that number is. So you'll know at the end of the day that'll be 931 net advancing issues of what is needed today in order for the NYSE to turn positive. What I mean is the summation index would tick up and both the volume, the price oscillator would be above zero. Can't tell you where the volume oscillator would be above zero here just yet. Right now we've got 705 net advancing issues. Let's go out to Nashua to our man Lou. Lou, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How you doing this morning? How's your holiday season going?
Okay, not bad. Yours?
Good. Thanks for asking. You wanted to take a look at natural gas here. Tell me what you're doing and how I can help you.
I'm out.
You're out. Okay.
Well, if there's another place to get in, or if it's not worth getting in.
Here, here's what I would take if we just simply take a look at the chart pattern out here. Lou, what it did, and it's I've got the continuous contract up on my screen out here, so the numbers would be different depending on what contract it is that you'd be trading. And one of the things that we know that natural gas has done a couple of things. Number one, it made that 100% move of a move, which takes you back into the May of 2013 time frame. And typically, when a market does that, it does something different. And the best example is really looking at the same chart. Because if we take a look at the lows that were put in back in February of 2013, it runs from the lows in the $3.13 area, runs all the way up to the highs in May up at about $4.44, and then it makes a move and comes all the way back down and makes that 100% move of a move. So it did that on the downside, and now it's made that same 100% move of a move to the upside. So and it was also in the extreme, truly extreme overbought territory. Your best move here is to wait for a retracement. Ideally, what you would do is you would see some type of Gartley buy pattern that would form out here. And at this stage, with just 3 candles in place, there is no pattern yet that has formed. The different places where you would look for potential entries just on retracement levels. Well, now I want to go back to the actual contract here. So I've got now, this is the January contract. Let me give you the prices in the January contract here. And that would be the following. So we're going to go from the swing point low in November of November 5th all the way up to, and so your .382 retracement is a dead cat bounce is $4.06. That might be a place to take a look at depending on the type of trend that's in there. And to a certain extent, I can get to $4.06 right now with an A to B equals CD down probably, and that's just using these 3 candles. Now, it's not enough just yet that has unfolded to tell us, Lou, whether or not that's the case out there. But ideally, it would make a retracement, about a 60% retracement, right around the 383-ish type range. I think what you have to watch, because at the 406 area, it gets you into this big, wide-ranging bar from December the 5th out here. The top of that is 415. If you see a close inside there, that in essence is really, as you take a look at candles on this chart here, that's really the breakout. And stocks like to, or equities, or commodities, whatever it is, they like to come back to the breakout area. So it may be the bottom of that bar, right around 395. That's what I would be waiting for as some kind of a move here. A momentum move to the upside breaks the 100% move of a move that we were just taking a look at. And those are the 2 different ways that I would take a look at maybe trading that.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. And the cool thing here, Louis, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. The cool thing here is actually, what we're looking at has been the daily time frames. And so I'd be remiss if I didn't take you probably to the larger term time frame. After all, I was just talking about trends. And if we take a look at what's the monthly chart here for natural gas look like, we can see that really all that it's been doing here has been consolidating sideways. So you can see even on the monthly chart, it's up into this 100% move of a move area here. So I think it's prudent to wait for a pullback here before your next entry into it. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks so much, and happy holidays to you.
You too.
Absolutely. Folks, before we went to the break here, I had the market analyzer up on my screen. Now, when we went to break out, it's still working on. I was just resizing. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I've resized it. You know what? So now, if you're watching us on Tiger TV, you ought to be able to see some of this. Now, obviously, the fields have been condensed a bit out here, but what you can see is an entire group of housing stocks out here, and I can sort this a number of different ways. Now, if I wanted to see which trends have actually changed as of right now, then I would be taking a look at the daily time frame. Now, I have this set right now so that it's not based upon the candle close. It's based upon what is going on right now. The importance here is you really would take a look at this chart when the actual day has closed. But what we're really looking for here is we're looking for the strongest stocks, the strongest momentum stocks. So Beazer Home is one that shows where the on the monthly basis moved into a strong uptrend mode, did that on January 1st. I can't tell whether that's 2013 or what have you, because now this field is cut off here. Well, I've got all these. Because of the way that I have these settings here, what we're looking for. Let me just rephrase this. What we're looking for is we're looking for the stocks that have. If you're want to be bullish, you're looking for the stocks that have the strongest momentum out here, the ones that have got free and clear. So you got Beazer Homes, Hovanian looks up pretty good. Lennox International, that looks up pretty good out here. This stock here, Taylor TMHC, is a ticker. It looks like it hasn't been around long enough for the monthly standpoint for me to get a good trend reading on that. But what we'll do is we'll take a look at a couple of these stocks here. So I've changed some settings here on the screen so that it's really taking a look at intraday, what's going on versus daily. I hadn't done this before, so let's go take a look at Beazer Homes just for the heck of it. See what Beazer Homes is doing. Let me get out of this workspace here. Close all. We'll take a look at also at Lennar. So BZH is the ticker. BZH, right? Beazer Homes, yeah, Beazer Homes. So we take a look at Beazer Homes. It's trading right now at $22.16. It's taking on a swing point, it looks like. Let's get rid of the retracements out here. Let's just clean up the stock chart, BZH. And it is taking on the swing point high out here, so it's going to try and attempt a breakout. Now it's making 100% move, just like natural gas was. So this is getting into the swing point for May 20th. Now, that May 20th swing point has 2.6 million shares. So far in trading today, it's done volume of 255,000 in a little over an hour. So it's coming into that swing point light here. Beazer Homes does have an A to B equals CD. Let's go see if it has completed that. The A point on this is a little hammer candle that began down here on August the 7th. That's at a price level of 1554. Your B point looks like the swing from September 19th. That was at a price level of 1992. Goes ahead and pulls back into the October 9th timeframe. Now, the cool thing about the momentum indicator scanner that I showed you is what it does is in a click of a finger tells you which stocks to now go take a look at and see what other patterns that are out there. So your scans are done, tells you that you've got strong momentum on a weekly, on a monthly time frame, and on a daily time frame as well. Now, the B point of this A to B equals CD, that formed here, as I mentioned, on September 20th. That had volume of 1.2 million shares. When price crossed through there, it did it with 1 million shares, and then came back and did it with 1.1 million shares. That's pretty close to 1.2 million shares. So it's got that confirmed A to B equals CD up, but now it's making that 1 to 1.272 move up here. So Beazer Homes, this thing here, if it can break this swing point, and in this swing point, as we pull this stock chart back further, you can see this line of resistance, this little open window. This is what it is dealing with. Oops, grab the wrong component here. And this is the daily chart that we're looking at. We'll go look at a weekly here in a few moments. But as I'm going to pull this back and I'll blow it up so we can see where the line of resistance. So this is really important for us, especially from a momentum. It's important to me, maybe, and I hope it's important to you as well. So what Beazer Homes is doing here right now, it's dealing with this little open window, this downdraft that occurred on May 3rd, 2011. May 3rd, 2011, gaps down with 871,000 shares. Now it's coming in there with volume. But that gap, the bottom of which is the low of the session for May 2nd, top of the gap, I guess, depends on how you want to look at it. That low is 2275. Now, at 2275, as we move this stock chart here further to the left, you can see how the very first time up here, even though it came up with volume, 2.6 million shares, it couldn't bust it. So that resistance window is still up there. So inside of Beazer Homes, knowing that this is in a nice, strong momentum mode out here, what Beazer Homes really gives us the opportunity to do is if price can get above that resistance area, that open window that's out there, based on its monthly trend, based on its weekly trend, based on what it's doing, guess what, folks? Old resistance becomes new support. So what Beazer Homes needs to now do to prove itself to us, it needs to close that window, it needs to repair that window. And on the daily chart, any close above 2275 does that. And then that old line of resistance should become new support. And that would end up being your buy points would be somewhere right around the 2275 level. And then on a monthly chart, let's go take a look at a monthly time frame here for Beazer Homes. And this is really how we would do the analysis. Let me refresh my screen out here. Let's take a look at the longer-term time frame. And on the longer-term time frame, let's look at its A to B equals CD pattern. Let's take a look at its retracement level. Makes it a little bit easier. Let's come from the 2011 high out at $31.15 down to the low put in October of 2011. 25.92 would be the next target because that is your .786 retracement level. Of course, that's only one. Beazer Homes, folks, must have done some reverse. I don't think it was selling for $421 out here. So this must have been some stock splits that went on that took it up to that price level. Nonetheless, it's still that in essence would be the equivalent out here. So Beazer Homes, if it can make the 25.92 level, let's take a look. And this got a nice little rising price channel as well that it is traveling within. Here's your price channel. So to go test the top of that price channel, that probably takes us into, let's use something more like, let's see out here. Come on, get away from that. Maybe more like this would be the rising price channel out here. So Beazer Homes looks like, it's on its way to about the 23.29 level, but if it can get up there, I would say over time, 25.92 would be its move out there. In any event, that's enough for Beazer Homes. Let's go take a look at some of these other stocks out here that are popping and dropping in the marketplace. Let's go take a look here. You've got Apple. Let's look at some of our core stocks. Let's see if there's any pearls of information that we can get out of our core stocks here. ExxonMobil, but that's not even the name of a stock. Is ExxonMobil out here is the monthly chart, and ExxonMobil is trying to bust through a 38-point consolidation out here. Yeah, maybe Warren can go ahead and push the stock up. The top of which is $95. 38-point move, 38-point consolidation inside ExxonMobil since April of 2005. That's what it's been traveling within. If it can bust out of that this month here, it's going to need some more volume, but nonetheless, a breakout of a consolidation, and it can move 38 points higher over time. That is the monthly chart. That is on ExxonMobil. Let's take a look at IBM. Let's see what IBM is doing here. Yesterday, moving higher. Let's take a look at the volume out here. That wide price spread here. 2 days ago, December 16th, had some nice wide price spread. 7.5 million shares. Yesterday, a sideways day, only 5.4 million shares. IBM is going to try to make a run here eventually for the top of this descending price channel. This is a descending price channel that's been in place here. This is a daily chart we're looking at, and it takes you back to the high from the April 4th level out here. If it can get above that, it will also be back inside the 30-point consolidation that it broke through. So IBM, right now, the message of the market here for IBM is a 30-point move to the downside, which would take it in about the 150 range. Price just traveling within this descending price channel out here. So it's got its work cut out for it to get back inside the upper part of that range out there. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple's trading off about $7 or so earlier, still is, I believe. So the gap down this morning. Let's go see if there's any kind of volume behind this move out here. Apple had made that 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. That was completed on December the 5th out here. Gapping down this morning with 6 million shares coming into this high volume bar right here, this key reversal session, bearish engulfing candle. Now we're going to find whether or not that acts as support. And that price level is 539.25. Has not been down there yet to test it, but that from a candlestick standpoint is the level of support. We'll see if in fact it can hold that level. If it cannot, let's just take a look at areas of retracement here off of the C to D leg. The C to D leg starting here back on the trading session of September 7th all the way up to the high that was put in on October 5th. Your dead cat bounce, your .382 is 526.38. So far, everything here, well, except for volume today. Volume today is a little bit heavy. 6 million shares. And that key reversal session had 22 million shares. So Apple's got some volume in it. Apple has got some volume in it, and that is one of the things that is impacting the NASDAQ composite, certainly the Qs here, as well as the NDX 100. The NDX 100 right now is trading off about 7 points. In fact, let's go take a look at the ETF structures. So we'll have to do that when we get back from the break. So I'll close things out by taking a look at the ETF structures, the IWM, the SPYs, the Dow Diamonds, and the Qs out there. We'll be right back, folks.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
Have you subscribed to the Gold Report yet? On Wednesday, August 14th and Thursday, August 15th, Tom O'Brien advised his Gold Report subscribers to close out 6 of their 9 open positions, all winning trades ranging from a 10.69% profit to an incredible 48% profit in just one equity. Tom O'Brien brings an incredible wealth of knowledge and experience to the gold market and the equities within the industry. That's almost 12 years since this powerful newsletter first began. And right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Gold Report by visiting TFNN.com. Make sure you're a subscriber as this volatile gold market makes its way back into positive territory after declining all the way from $1,900 to under $1,200 an ounce in only 2 years. Get your 30-day free trial today by visiting TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
I believe that we're all here to contribute something unique, and that deep within us lies a special gift, a special talent, our own bit of genius, just waiting to be tapped into. When it comes to trading and investing, I can help you tap into yours. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN, and on Thursday, December 19th, I'm hosting a 1-hour workshop where I'll share with you my most incredible discovery yet, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator. I developed this tool with one outcome in mind, to do what nobody else considered possible, to put the power of the most advanced indicator, scanner, and trading strategy in the hands of people just like you and me. I can promise you this, you'll never look at a chart the same way again. This event is available to all subscribers to my newsletter service, Mastering Probability, which for the holidays is available free for the next 30 days. No charge whatsoever to new subscribers and no obligation on your part. Please join me by going to the homepage at TFNN.com to sign up for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Let's take a look at the ETFs as I had promised. I've got the monthly chart for the Qs up on my screen here, so we got some different time frames to take a look at. And at this stage, we're not seeing any kind of bearish reversal candles or anything of that nature on the monthly chart. So the monthly chart is long and strong. It would require a close below right now 76.11 in order for that monthly chart to potentially change its trend. I'm going to be sharing with you this screen that you're looking at if you're watching us on Tiger TV. I'll be sharing with you this trend-based system here, the Rhodes Momentum Indicators that have developed. There's these green and red boxes that you see on the screen. Now, that is on the monthly chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart here for the Qs. On the weekly chart did give us a nice little bearish engulfing candle last week. So that says that a close above on a weekly basis, a close above last week's high, that is at 86.53. That will be another breakout. On a weekly session, we haven't seen any real follow-through yet this week to the downside. Normally, you would expect to see that. 82.88 is the number to be watching right now inside of the Qs on a weekly. But we did get a reversal signal out here. Last time we saw that was back on August 30th of 2013, the week of. And as soon as we got a close above that, that broke a resistance area. The close above that came on September 13th. That price level was at 78.06. You're trading at 84.67 right now. Those are the last monthly or weekly reversal candles. On the daily chart out here, the daily chart shows really that you've got this little bearish. I can't even use that out here. Let's see if we can find some support. Support is that key reversal session out here from November 18th, evening star formation. That old resistance should become new support. That top, that high is 84.11 out here. The Qs, if we get a close, I can say this on the Qs, if you get a close above 85.40, and you do that today, if that's what happens from Uncle Ben Bernanke, that actually would be setting up your next buying opportunity. That is inside the Qs on a daily time frame. If we take a look at the SPY out here, let's look at the SPY on a daily time frame. The SPY here has got more selling pressure. The SPY is weaker than the Qs for sure out here. The SPYs are suggested. The SPYs need to close probably above the one. I would say right now, I would say the 179.81, the 180 range here. That would set up your next buying opportunity inside of the SPY. So the SPYs have some pressure on the daily. The weekly is a different story out here. If we take a look at the weekly chart for the SPY, no real reversal candle. We have to stitch a couple of weeks together. 176.51-ish should be a support range for the SPYs, but the SPYs just in the cautionary zone of our momentum indicator out here on a monthly time frame. Monthly time frame is going to show long and strong. No reversal candle at all. Last reversal candle was this dark cloud cover. That took place during the month of August. That says the high there, 179.97, should be a support zone. That's on the SPY. Let's take a look at the IWM. Let's close this off with the IWM on a monthly chart out here. Let's look for any kind of reversal candles. There is none present at the moment other than the dark cloud cover, which that vanished. Those clouds blew away. That was in the month of August. The high there, 105.63. That would be a support range to take a look at. And on the weekly chart, I'll give you the weekly number here. The weekly number, we got a little dark cloud cover. That was the week of December 6th, a little bit of follow-through. Real key that the IWM does not close below for this week, 109.75. So, folks, stay tuned. Basil is up next. He'll be here with you live. That's a wonderful thing. Folks, go over to the homepage of TFNN.com. In my bag of tools, there is going to be no better tool that I can share with you than what I'll be doing this coming Thursday. That is tomorrow evening at 6:30. If you can't be there live, no problem. Access couldn't be easier. It's a stocking stuffer. You can access it for free, no charge to your credit card, anything like that. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go have a good time. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning, but especially tomorrow night. Take care, folks. Stay tuned for Basil.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.